If I'm spending one-on-one quality time with a man, and whatever we end up doing, whether that's going for a walk and getting a coffee, or we're driving, we pick up some food and go to the beach, or we go play a game of mini golf, whatever it is, and you don't offer to pay for me, that's a friend. We're besties. And that's it, nothing more.
Like whenever I go and talk to my friends about dating experiences or their dating experiences, at the end, we just come to the conclusion where it's like they just want to be treated like the woman. For example, I was supposed to go on a date with somebody last week. We had made plans. It was very much so like we'll keep each other updated. And he was the last one to respond. And because he was the last one to respond, it was expected of me to go ahead and respond and initiate these plans again. What? I just think as a man, you should be initiating these things and also chasing women, not the other way around. And now I know that this is for a very select few men, but this is just my hot take, and let me hear what you guys have to say.
I repeat, these men want to be women. I repeat, these men want to be women. I'm going to scream that to the top of my lungs because I am truly and utterly convinced that these men want to be women. Okay, look how they're operating. Look how they're treating women. Look how they belittle women. Look how they try to humble women. Why? Because they want to be us. They want to be taken care of. They want somebody to cater to them. They want their dinner paid for. They want their feet massaged. They want everything a woman receives. Okay, that's why they envy us so much. That's why they don't like us, because they want to be us. It's literally right there. It's clear as day.
Does dating in this generation just suck? Or is it just me? Because I feel like I've tried every age range there is, and I'm still out here single. Is it where I live? Is Florida just... I don't know, somebody help me.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women get humbled when they can't manipulate you in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
I couldn't make this shit up if I fucking tried. You got like, oh, I'm gonna just let the viewer decide. Like, what the fuck did I do wrong here? I matched with this guy a week ago. I have a prompt that's like, oh, I want to go on a double date with my friend. He swipes up. He's like, corner store this Friday. I'm like, okay. Well, this sounds really promising because I've always wanted to go to the corner store. It seems like such a great restaurant. So awesome. Me and my girlfriend and him and his buddy can go. We start to coordinate. We start to text. I realize, oh shoot, my girlfriend's out of town, but I still want to meet this guy, get to know him. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe we can go on a date, just the two of us to start. And so we're chatting over text, seeming really friendly. We're hitting it off. We're like giggling, sending voice memos. At some point, I am fully doing all of my impressions. I'm doing my Kamala Harris, my Australian, so many different accents that I'm doing for this guy. I'm putting on a fucking show, okay? Because that's who I am. I love to entertain. I love to make people laugh. Right. We're chatting, whatever. We plan to have a date this Friday at Hotel Chelsea. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I've heard it's haunted. I'm like being silly and just like talking about that stuff. I'm getting ready. I'm fully in my outfit still. I'm wearing a beautiful dress, did my hair, I did my makeup. Like, I'm really like trying to look my best. Maybe it's not showing up on camera, but I tried to look my best, okay? Because I was like really excited to meet this guy. And also there is a cold front in New York City, okay? It's freezing here. I was gonna call an Uber, and then I thought, you know what? Is it so crazy that this kind gentleman would maybe want to call an Uber for me? This is where I went wrong, I think. But basically, I'm like, oh, it's so cold. He's like, is this you trying to cancel on me? I'm like, hell no, absolutely not. If you really want to be a gentleman, I'd love an Uber, if you wouldn't mind calling me an Uber. Maybe it was the way I phrased it. 20 minutes goes by. He sends me a text and he's like, honestly, I'm not excited about the fact that you asked me to call you an Uber. He goes, I was going to offer to send you one when you were ready, but this whole thing has just like thrown me off. So I'm like, not really interested. Let's just not go out tonight. Okay. And so I'm like, oh, I apologize. I did not mean to offend you. He's like, I'm not offended, just not my vibe. And I'm like, I'm a little bit confused. If you were planning to call me one, why is it so bad that I asked? And I didn't say that to him, but I thought that in my head. And he's like kind of explaining to me why he disliked that. And he's like, it's something that is given and not asked for. So I'm like, ooh, like I have like done a social faux pas, perhaps. Like, then he goes, quote, portrays materialism. And that's just not something I'm looking for. I didn't realize that asking for an Uber was like a materialistic thing to do. Like I call Ubers for myself, I call Ubers for my friend. Like it's not that deep to me. I didn't think it was really like signaling anything significant, but clearly it did signal something significant. So that is like a great lesson for me that I have now learned. I think I'm like on this journey with myself of like learning to ask for more, because I typically like don't ask for a lot. Like this is the first time I've literally asked a guy to call me an Uber ever. I'm not kidding, unless it was like for a hookup, but that's like totally different. Like for a date, I've never once asked, because I normally just call my own or take the subway, whatever. One time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna ask for more. Like, oh, God forbid, like I'm materialistic now.
She tried to line him up. She tried to line him up to follow a pattern of doing as she says. So she requested an Uber and bro was not going for it. He was not going for it. Why do you need an Uber? See, when a woman is actually excited to see you, she's really interested in you, she's sexually attracted to you, she will get herself to the spot. You don't have to worry about any of that. By the way, if nobody knew that, you don't have to worry about that. A woman will travel an hour, even up to 2-3 hours to see a dude that she's really interested in. And even more than that, but I'm just saying, women will travel and get to you when they're really trying to make it happen with you. She was trying to run game on him and he was not going for it. See, in the beginning, I know you can think she was doing her impression. She really liked him. She wanted to have a good first impression. She's in her dress. She's made... No. Women will do things sometimes to get you to follow their program. So you're thinking that she's really interested in you, but she's not. She has a personal gain. She has her agenda. And she wants you to follow it and be manipulated into thinking she's doing all this because she really likes me. No, some men are not going to learn this, but they're going to learn this the hard way. If they do, women will do things to make you move in their direction. And you're under the illusion that she actually really likes you when she doesn't at all. Let's get the next one.
I was hanging out with this really hot guy. Like, he was out of my league hot. And we hung out once before and just made out in his car, and that was so weird. I'm like, is this what hookup culture is like? Because I thought we were just gonna hang out and have a good time, and we ended up just making out in his car, and I did not have sex with him, okay? I did not want to have sex with this fucking stranger. Second time I hang out with him, he met me at a bar I was at with my friend, and he was with his friend too. We hung out the whole night, went to a diner. He mentioned he had a super early flight tomorrow, but he still came back to my place, and I was like, don't you have to go soon? Like, don't you have a flight in a couple hours? And he was like, no, it's fine. I'm gonna cancel it. Like, I want to stay with you. I want to sleep over. I'm like, are you sure? And he was like, yes, I'm not getting on that flight tomorrow. Like, I will figure it out. I'm sleeping over. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he starts like making out with me and he's trying to take things further. And I'm like, sorry, I don't really want to. He was like, well, you didn't have sex with me last time. I'm like, yeah, and I'm not gonna have sex with you this time. What the fuck? And he was like, why can't we like just take a plan B? He was being such a douchebag, and I was like, you're actually fucking funny if you think I'm gonna sleep with you. Like, it's not happening. He was really persistent for a while and kept trying to, and I was like, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, I don't want to. I don't really just sleep with people like that. I have no judgment. I wish I could. I just can't. I'm not like that. I don't do well with random hookups, okay? Not my thing. So finally, I was like, I'm not having sex with you, period, the end, okay? He goes, okay, fine. I'm gonna call my Uber home. What the fuck? I thought you said you were sleeping over. I kid you not. After he was trying so hard to have sex with me and told me he was gonna sleep over, he rolls over, calls his Uber, and immediately leaves and then gets on the flight in a couple hours and goes to, I don't even know where he was going to. And I was just like, flabbergasted. I'm like, wow, this man really had to Uber home just because I wouldn't have sex with him. That's crazy.
See, this is exactly why I tell men to never play this game. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I tell you guys, when a woman says, oh no, we're not doing anything, I'm not that type of girl, leave her where she stands because she's trying to play with you like you're a boy. There are actually dudes out there that think, no, she just wants you to play along. Well, what is this? Yeah, that could be true in some instances, but what is this? This is a woman trying to play with this dude like he's a boy. And the thing that he did wrong was he kept trying and trying and trying. No, the minute she tells you no, you go bye-bye, and do it respectfully. Do it respectfully. Oh, well, I had a great night. You know, we'll be in touch. Go away. And if you don't want to contact her again, I suggest you don't contact her again because she's telling you that she's She doesn't see you as worth it. She's not sexually attracted to you. Maybe you're not compatible. Maybe she needs more time. Maybe she just got out of a relationship, but all of it equals the same thing. She's not feeling you like that. But when he got up, she was shocked. See, men that she's done this to before have followed behind her. Men have wasted more money, more time, more energy, trying to put in more effort, all for it to go nowhere, ending up in the friend zone. She picks another guy over them. And when she's like, oh, I'm not like that. Women, look, guys are past this, because when you say I'm not like that with you. Men understand that, because when you're attracted to somebody, you want to get physical. I'm like that, you're like that. When you're physically attracted to a man, sexually attracted to a man, you're going to be like that for him. So all of this I'm not like that is really telling a guy, I don't see you that way. So it's no point when a woman says, I'm not like that. It makes no sense. Guys actually believe this, and that's what leads them to getting fleeced and getting finessed and getting played, getting games ran on them. She's not like that. She's not. But you want her to be like that with you. It makes no sense. She got humbled as soon as he got up and went away, because most dudes don't just go away. And she said he was super hot and out of her league. She thought she was really about to play with this dude. Let's get the next one.
I don't know what's up with like the modern man and dating, but it feels like some of them are literally treating this like it's like an optimization problem. And like a guy on Hinge just asked me if I would be down to do a video call. I'm like, what happened to asking people on a date? What happened to meeting up and seeing if there's chemistry? Like, this is not a job interview. This is not a job interview. Like, don't ask to Zoom with me. What is this? Like, genuinely, what is this? I feel like men, they just don't want to pay for dinner or drinks, so they just don't want to go out anymore unless they're like positive about you, which is just so weird. And yeah, if I wasn't done with him already, I'm virtually done now, because this is literally so out of hand. I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but I can't deal with it. I really can't.
Yes, men are waking up, and I always try to tell guys that this is the way to go. You get on a FaceTime call with the woman, because a lot of things are going to happen. She's going to realize, oh, he's cuter than his pictures. Oh, he looks exactly like his pictures. He's not a liar. Oh, he's funny. Oh, he's charming. He's quick-witted. Oh, he has his own place. You understand? Oh, he's muscular. Oh, he's in shape. All of these things happen, and it actually goes in your favor. But this woman right here is like, I don't want to go on a video call because you're going to be examining me to see if I'm actually worth taking out. No, what happened to guys just taking women out and inviting women out? I don't want to get on a video call with you. See, this is a woman that wants men with no standards to come out of the woodwork and offer her dates and gifts and trinkets and all of this stuff, but that's not happening. The gentleman that suggested getting on a video call is actually in the right. If you don't want to get on video calls, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong. From my experience, I've had good results from getting on FaceTime calls before we eventually meet up. And I've told these stories a bunch of times. It's actually built into my strategy. If a woman doesn't want to get on video call, that's fine. But the thing is, this woman doesn't want to follow instructions. And it's a good thing that he did that. He suggested that, because she doesn't want to follow instructions, which means that it ain't going nowhere fast. It's going nowhere fast. But the simple fact that he wants to examine her to see if she's worth taking out is humbling to her, because who the hell does he think he is? You understand? Most guys will just invite me out. If you're not going to do that, I don't like the way this is here, because I'm not supposed to be tested. I'm the one that's supposed to be doing the testing. Let's get the next one.
I'm turning 30 in 2 weeks, and moms really just make you feel so much worse about yourself. She's like, oh, you're gonna be 30 in 2 weeks. Are you sad that you're not married and you don't have kids? Well, yeah, I am, but like, don't point it out. And she goes, don't worry, someone will come your way. You just really need to start looking and take it seriously. Yo, that sent me. Like, what do you think I'm doing out here?
I told you, their own family members even look at them like, what's going on? As well as they will feel this when they're around their family. She's like, damn, mom, I'm not even 30 yet. Like, what are you doing? I can still have some kids out here. There's still somebody that wants me out. You ain't have to say it like that. That's very humbling, because deep down inside, you could tell this woman wants a family. She wants a guy. She wants to be cared about and looked after. But it's humbling because men aren't knocking at her door for this. They're not, because men are smart now. Men work smarter instead of working harder.
What happened to all the guys that, like, where are the alpha males that pursue with intention and date for marriage? Is that gone forever? Is that lost? That sucks. It's definitely a location issue, I think, for me. But also, in general, all across the world, I fear, unless I have to move to Italy to find a real man, I feel like men are not pursuing women in like the gentlemanly way with the goal of marriage anymore. I'm not wrong. It's so annoying. What the hell? Like, men in their late 30s are still playing around too.
Men don't have to pursue women for marriage or make this grand proposal because, you know, women give the things that a husband will get away for free to somebody who doesn't have to put in any of the effort or any of the work that a husband would put in. And they don't want to admit this because it's very humbling to the ego to know that, okay, I'm out here, I can find guys to sleep with, but I can't find guys to commit to me for forever, to give me children, to build a life with me. It's very humbling because in the beginning, women think that men just wanting them is everything. But as they get older, it hits them that this isn't everything. I've been wasting my time out here all along. I'm a big goofball. I'm a goofy goober. And I think more men are awake to the fact that it doesn't matter if you marry a woman, if you change her life, if you save her life, literally save her life. She doesn't belong to you. She doesn't owe you any loyalty. Tomorrow she feels like she doesn't want to do this anymore. Cool. You can't say anything about it. You have nothing to say about it. You have to just let it be. And if you're a guy that's in a particular situation, you might get your things taken away from you. So guys say like, yo, I'm cool off of that. I'm cool off of that. So it's not that guys don't want to commit or it's something that's so hard to find. It's that when you had access to this, you didn't want it then, but now you want it because you see it as a status symbol. That's really a lot of the reasons why women want to be married. They don't want to be wives.
I like cannot go on any more dates anymore because I literally can't do it. Like, every single guy literally wants to like have sex. That is literally it. The guy that I just went on a date with literally just like wanted to have sex. The only other date I've been on just wanted to have sex. I'm literally just like, dude, do you know how disgusting that feels to like genuinely just like have gone out with me just so you could get in my pants? Like, that is disgusting. I literally hate this so much. Like, this is why I don't go on dates, because this is like just awful. This is like no fun. It's literally no fun.
What about the guys that wanted more than just sex with you? You notice how they don't talk about everything. They leave out details. What about those guys? She's not going to mention them. The only guys that she's going to mention right now are men that are indifferent to her. But let's not get it confused. There have been guys. Hey, let's give her some grace. There have been 1 to 2. So she hasn't had a slew of dudes, let's say 1 to 2, that wanted to take her seriously. Whether she couldn't see it at the time or she just wasn't in the right headspace, hey, whose fault is that? You have no more options of guys that want to commit, do all of this stuff for you. You have guys that simply want to hook up. But what's the problem with that? You're not shaming a man for having needs, right? You're not shaming a man for that, right? Because that doesn't sound right. We can't do that to you, so you shouldn't be able to do that to us. And I don't understand at the same time, because isn't it liberating? Isn't it free? Aren't you free? Don't you feel liberated? No, because she's at the point in her life where she wants something serious. All the other guys that wanted to give it to her weren't good enough. Let's not act like she didn't have opportunity to get with one of these guys. I'm telling you, women get humbled when they cannot control you and they cannot manipulate you. So because guys want to have sex and they don't want to follow your lead, they're looking for you to follow their lead, right? And you don't want to do that. Fine, we're cool here. Why are you frustrated? Because men will not be controlled. Men will not follow women's lead. The men that they want, of course. So this was Women Get Humbled When They Can't Manipulate You in Modern Dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Sassy man apocalypse. Sassy men are so up right now. We've been up. We've been expressing our feelings. We never cared. I just want to push it even further. I'm just here to push it even further. Just push it even further. I want to take this to the moon. I want to take this to the stars.